Look at these visuals on your screens. They are visuals of India's aerial dominance. These are visuals of the military might which was on display during the exercise carried out by the Indian Air Force, the day and night landings and takeoffs. This particular drill was conducted not just as a mere exercise, but a very clear message to the perpetrators of terror, to the perpetrators of Pahalgam, the Pakistani Army ISI, which now, according to the NI, was involved in Pahalgam attack. So on one hand, you have the NI investigating the entire Pahalgam case, and the findings suggest that ISI, Pakistani Army, terrorists and of course the overground workers as well were responsible for that. The Prime Minister has given a free hand, operational freedom to the forces. On the other hand, the visuals that you see on your screens of the exercise carried out by the Indian Air Force is extremely significant, because this is not just an exercise, it's a statement of India's military might. We have Pradeep Datta joining us in the broadcast with more details. Pradeep, this is going to be our response to those AK-47s and M4 carbines that was used to kill civilians in Pahalgam. It's a matter of time, many are saying.
Yes, you're absolutely right, because this is not a normal drill. This is basically a message to Pakistan that, see, this is India's air power, and if you'll mess up with the country, you will have to pay the price for that. And what already the Prime Minister said, ever since that assertion has been made, and we have seen that Pakistan is shivering, leaders after leader, they're coming forward and saying that, yes, they are hand in glove with the terror-related organization. But what is more important is that admission is not really going to make difference. What is really going to make difference? How you are going to act against terror. But so far, no such thing has been visible from Pakistan's side, because they, as Zebra cannot change its side, Pakistan cannot change its strategy of leading India 1,000 cut. Here we saw that Rafale, equipped with advanced electronic warfare system and long-range meteor missile capable of operating in weather conditions, was hovering and hovering over the Jalalabad sky here in Shahjahanpur. And while it was soaring and hovering, and definitely it must have sent shivers down the spine of Pakistan. And reason is obvious, because they've already seen what Indian Air Force had done after Pulwama bombing in 2019. Everybody was caught napping while Indian Air Force was able to decimate and demolish Jaish-e-Mohammed headquarters. Then there was Sukhoi 30 Mk1. It was again the twin-seater multiple role jointly developed by India and Russia, capable of carrying long-range missile like BrahMos. And we saw short-range back even MiG-29, Jaguar, C-130s, Super Hercules, AM-32, M-17V5. M-17V5 again is a helicopter that is used for humanitarian purpose. And we saw that youngsters are quite excited when they saw all these aircraft moving over Jalalabad sky. And while on one hand there was an excitement on the faces of the people of India, on the other hand there was a worry on the faces of people of Pakistan. Obvious reason is that, see, here, look at the infrastructure. Expressway converted into airstrip. There is a proper integration of the civilian as well as the military might coming together, trying to ensure safety, security and integrity of the country. On the other hand, Pakistan is not even having the material to fill the potholes on road, because they are struggling for even one bag of flour. In such a situation, they cannot even think of having such an express highway where there can be airstrip for emergency land, because this alternate emergency landing night facility. This is going to be definitely a game changer so far as Indian Air Force is concerned, and that we are happening at a time. This air drill, when already we have seen that India declared that they are going to avenge Pahalgam massacre, in which 26 of tourists were killed by those Pakistani monsters who, with the help of overground workers, operated in that area. And they did not spare those innocent unarmed people. They pumped bullets and trigger-happy elements after that fled towards the nearby forest belt. And since then, we have seen that
stay on with us. We have Group Captain D.K. Pandey joining us in the broadcast. Thank you for joining us. We're looking at these visuals of India's aerial dominance, of our military might on display. Please share with us your views.
Thank you, ma'am, Jahan. And what we can see is how India is progressing strategically, as well as the might is concerned, the capacity and capability, both we are progressing in this direction. Especially the contingencies, when war breaks out, when we go offensive, there are occasions where you have to look after the aspects which are not normally covered day-to-day life, like some aircraft is having some technical flaw or some issue where you are not able to handle properly. So they have to recover. They have to be recovered much before their home base. And there are few occasions also where aircraft cannot reach back to home base due to extra fuel consumption in the enemy territory. So keeping all these factors in mind, it is necessary that we should have some resource where we can look after these issues. So the strip which is made, definitely it is going to help us in all the condition, even peace prime also. Only point what I like to submit is here 3 points. One is that we have to make a concept of operations like the SOPs should be made in design in such a way that whenever requirement is there, the public administration should be able to come on the line and help us to achieve our objective, number one. Number two, the maintenance of the strip, anything which is happening or it needs damage, it has to be saved. And if something is going on, immediately has to be addressed. Number three is the people have to be trained for attempting these landings, because these strips are good for landing as far as their capacity is concerned, as far as their load carrying capacity is concerned. But the weight and other facilities are not available in that what is available at air bases. So all pilots should be made comfortable on such operations. Last point is, I learned that this strip is going to help for night operations also. So both the operations must be undertaken as far as their normal day-to-day practice training sorties are concerned. So these 3 points must be addressed if you want to enhance our capability undertaking these operations.
Absolutely. And what are your views on these advanced jets? These advanced jets that includes the Sukhois, the Rafales, the Mirages, that are not just part of an exercise, but perhaps a strong statement that India is trying to send across.
The point is, definitely there are two objectives. One is that to showcase our capabilities, number one, and we must know, yes, we are geared up, we know what we are doing, and we are in comfortable condition. There is no pressure as far as the current situation is concerned on with our western neighbors. So message is very clear to them. You do whatever you want. There is panic across the border, but we are comfortable. We are planning. We are going as far as normal operations, as well as the objectives of putting all these aircraft is they are coming and ensuring that runway is capable for these landing of these aircraft also, especially the transport aircraft, long heavy lift aircraft. All these, when they come, they put the pressure which is they put on the strip is much more. So all these things have to be tested well in daytime also. So nighttime also, then they will be doing and checking whether any abnormality is there or any unusual observation is there that needs to be addressed. That point have to be seen, and definitely enemy will be. There are two objectives. One is our mindset across the border. They know we are comfortable. We are ready to take on. Number two, that the type of operation we are doing, like we are preparing our resources on ground also, so that in case of any outbreak of hostilities, our people are always ready to take on any type of operation, whether it's an eastern border or a western border.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Group Captain, for speaking with us. And that was, in fact, an insight into what our strategy is. Not just the military might, the aerial dominance, but also the focus is on the infrastructure development, the airstrip at Ganga Expressway, where this exercise, this entire exercise, was carried out. Let's see if we also have Pradeep Datta on the broadcast. Let's quickly go across to him as well. He was speaking about the significance of the exercise being carried out. And Pradeep, we've been speaking to individuals associated with the forces who see this as a sign of not just, on display India's military might, but also psychological warfare, sending a message to the enemy.
Yes, you're absolutely right. This is a part of the psychological warfare and sending a message to the enemy, showing about India's capability to take on enemy, and also about the preparedness, about the infrastructure too. Because on one hand, you can see the Pakistan is struggling for even one bag of flour, and there are roads with so many potholes, it looks as if they are staying on moon. Because when India sent Chandrayaan, somebody put out a picture of Pakistan. They said that this is like we have already converted Pakistan into a moon where there are so many craters in the form of potholes. So you can see here expressway, which has got the airstrip, and that too with the night landing facility. Definitely it's going to be a game changer, that in case of any emergency or in case of any disaster or warlike situation, so they can easily land their aircraft away from the vigilant eyes of the Pakistani radar. So that way it will be very easy for India to operate even if any of the airways gets targeted. So at a time when already Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asserted that with him Mila Dunga, and we have seen that Pakistan is shivering down the spine, and this drill is being taking place. That clearly indicates that India is showing its air power might. Air warriors are showing everything they have got with them. And as Rafale jets are roaring over the sky, I'm 100% sure definitely that's going to send shivers down the spine of Pakistan, sitting 1,000 kilometers away on the other side of the border. The reason being that they have seen India doing it in 2019 after Pulwama bombing, and they know that what India says, India will do it. And definitely this time, retribution is going to be great enormity, and they will be made to pay price, because they have said India's blood is not cheap. That is the message both from Prime Minister and Narendra Modi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, and that India's blood is not cheap, and they will be made to pay price for the sin they have committed by targeting innocent unarmed civilians in Pahalgam area. Those tourists who had gone there to celebrate, enjoy their vacation, and they were killed by those trigger-happy Pakistani terrorists with the help of all-round workers. So that's what this exercise is really very important. It's a psychological message. It's an also display of strength on Uttar Pradesh. And also it's very important because there's a saying, the country that builds roads, the road finally helps building country. And that's exactly what is happening, the kind of a transformation one can see in Uttar Pradesh, because there are 4 express highways. One is that Lucknow, Agra, then another is Bundelkhand, then there is Purvanchal, and now this Ganga Expressway. That is 4 expressway, 4 airstrips, and this one having the night landing facility. That clearly indicates that there is a coordination and synergy between the civil administration as well as military. When everybody is united, then it really becomes very easy for the country to take on any of the mightiest enemies, and which India is capable of doing so. So the capability is being shown. The capacity of the India is also being shown by displaying all those fighter jets here while they were flying. And the third important thing is that they were trying to motivate and inspire those youngsters also. Many of the school students had been here since morning. They are sitting and they are waiting to have the glimpse of Rafale, even helicopters and all, Jaguar, Sukhoi aircraft. So they were quite happy, because this is going to inspire them, this is going to motivate them, so that once they grow up, they also don uniform, so that they can serve other life. That's going to just impregnate that jazba, in their hearts and minds, also the patriotic zeal and power. So that way it's really very important. And I interacted with many of them. They were quite happy. They said while the Rafale was roaring over the Jalalabad skies in Shahjahanpur, it made our hearts skip and misbeat. But yes, it's going to give a lot of pain to Pakistan, because Pakistan is a country right now facing lots many problems so far as the economy is concerned. Their economy is in tatters and they are facing lots many problems. In such a situation, it will not be possible for them to match India's military might, and that's one of the reasons that we have seen that during the last several decades they are indulging in cross-border terrorism, they are indulging in proxy war, where they are using these terrorists who are pushed like rats into the center of the border after carrying out those cowardly attacks. Then these rats move just hide inside those burrows, and right now Indians are looking for them inside those burrows, and they will try to find them. It will not be perpetrators here, but across the border.
All right, Pradeep, stay on with us. Let's also play out a ground report that you earlier filed.
Right now on screen you can see this is Jaguar aircraft. It was in 1979. The Jaguar aircraft was inducted in the Indian Air Force. It is considered to be precision strike aircraft, and it is designed in such a manner that it can go for ground attack and also anti-ship mission. Hovers over the Jalalabad sky. You can see it's going to send shiver down spine of Pakistan, because this area is just 1,000 kilometers away. And showstopper definitely during this drill is going to be Rafale aircraft. And let me show you, this is 3.5 kilometer airstrip. This is going to be a game changer. This strip has been constructed on Ganga Expressway, still under construction. That means this strip can be used as an alternate during emergency, disaster, or during the time of war. Because in case any of the airbase gets targeted by enemy aircraft, that means this airstrip can be utilized. But the best thing about this airstrip is it has got night landing facility. Let me show you. It has got, you can see, these are night landing lights here. And besides this, to ensure the security of this airstrip, about 250 CCTV cameras have already been installed. So Indian power will be on display here at a time when India has already decided to avenge Pahalgam massacre. It was on 22nd of April. We saw that how Lashkar terrorists, they killed 22 tourists, and since then India has made up its mind that they are not going to leave Pakistan and Pak proxies. We have seen that how Prime Minister asserted mitti mein mila denge. Ever since Prime Minister has made that assertion, slew of measures have been taken by India that has already sent shivers down spine of Pakistan. India has decided to freeze Indus Water Treaty, because of which Pakistan has already started feeling heat. Not only that, India has also closed airspace, and now this air power display. So this is really very important. You have to understand. On one hand, Indian Air Force is far better than Pakistan. Then you look at this roadway structure, also this express highway, and let me again show you. Look at it. Once again, many hearts skipping and missing their beat. As well as you can see, Jaguar flying past this area here in Jalalabad, in Shahjahanpur. As you can see, the sound of aircraft and many a youngster you can see here. They are enjoying this moment. कैसा लग रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा.
You can see here, Jaguar flying past the aircraft that was inducted in 1971 in Indian Air Force. Let me speak to youngsters. कैसा लगता है जब आप देखते हैं हवाई ये जहाज?
बहुत बढ़िया लगता है.
कितना जोश आ रहा है?
बहुत जोश आ रहा है.
बहुत जोश आ रहा है.
जी.
लगता है भारत पाकिस्तान के छक्के छुड़ा देगा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल जरूर छुड़ाएगा.
किस तरीके से देखते हैं आप इंडियन एयरफोर्स की ताकत को?
बहुत अच्छी तरह से.
कितना इंस्पायर करेगा आपको कि आप भी यूनिफॉर्म पहनना चाहेंगे?
नहीं बिल्कुल, ये हमारे लिए, हमारे देश के लिए गर्व है कि हम भी एक मिलिट्री ऑफिसर या फिर बड़ा कुछ बने, भारत के लिए कुछ करें हम.
And with that, we're slipping into a very short break. Lot more lined up on the other side. Stay on with us.